Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. All right, and this is a reading from Revelation, the 17th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 1. The point being in verse 4 and 5. And, through the Spirit, I'm going to try to build a little bit through there. But verse 17 and 1, it reads, And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away into the spirit, into the wilderness, and I saw the woman sit upon the scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And that goes back to the beginning of NATO. It was 7 countries originally that started NATO. All right, and then they built from there. Those 10 nations that started. Because as a matter of fact, I looked it up on Wikipedia, and now they're saying 12, and I'm pretty sure that they didn't say that before. So they ear hustle the scriptures and ear hustle the prophets, and then they try to Google goes and change and takes away information. But someone could check me on that if I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. But it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, the mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. And they are. All right. As a matter of fact, when you read, let me grab Revelation 12 and 6, that same red dragon that's talked about in Revelation the 12th chapter, it says, And a woman fled into the wilderness, that was here in America, where she hath a place prepared of power, that they should feed her for 1,203 days. So for a period of time, we were nourished here in Babylon. All right. Then I'm gonna jump to verse 16, and it says, And the earth helped the woman, and opened her mouth, and swallowed up the flood which the dragon had cast out of her mouth. Those lies, man. This dragon has been casting out lie after lie after lie, changing of history, changing the meaning of words, new speak, controlling the narrative, that whole sort of thing. All right, just spewed out lies in a river, man, which we've been drowning in. Matter of fact, let me read verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of that flood. The philosophies, those lies, false and fake history. All right. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. All right. So the truth is now into the earth, man. Like it says in 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. Matter of fact, let's see if I grab that real quick. Slovakia. There we go. 6:27-28. And it reads, For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. All right. So that's what's going on. The fruit of truth is being declared finally in the earth. All right. This dragon is beginning to lose its bite in his teeth, man. Okay? It really is. All right. And it said, and I saw that the woman drunken with blood, and that woman was the Israelites. Once again, going back to Revelation, the 12th chapter. Uh, because Israel is a people before it's a place. All right. And it said, and there, wow, there he is at 10 horns again. And it says, Revelation 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her crown 12 stars. Those 12 stars being the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And it says, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and crowns upon his head. So there you go. That would be your NATO, your beast system. Those original 10 nations, all right? And then all the nations that have joined unto them now. All right? That's exactly what this talking about. And then the policies that have been created among those nations have oppressed and suppressed and arrested the development of Jacob, man. You know, there was a group that came out in the 90s called Arrested Development. They actually made pretty good music. You know, they was thinking they Africans, not, you know, but outside of that, the music was good, man. And they called themselves Arrested Development. And the development of Jacob has been under arrest here under this dragon system, under this beast system. All right. But back in Revelation 16 and 6, and it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Why? Because some of us are going to die serving Yahushua in this captivity. You know, the scriptures to back that up. He said it saw the bloods of the saints. You know, this is Revelation 18:24. And in her was found the blood of the prophets and the saints and all that were slain upon the earth, man. So not only have they slain the Israelites, but they slayed the heathen as well, man. This dragon has a lot of blood on his hand, this beast system. All right, and this beastum knows war. As a matter of fact, war is a money racket, the biggest money racket. Second is probably the pharmaceuticals, the drugs, and then resources. And they go to war to get control over those two things. All right. If you don't get in line with their policy, they'll use their media to label you a terrorist, and since they've a terrorist can be whoever they make it be, and they make a terrorist almost not human. So that when terrorists are killed by drones or soldiers or however they do it, people have no emotion and no care toward it. Oh, well, they was a terrorist anyway. When the truth of the matter is, the beast system is the biggest terrorist organization that the earth has ever seen, responsible for the death of millions, and not always militarily, often chemically with these drugs. All right. Let's get Revelation 13:15. And because this is what's next, you know, the MOB. And it says that that's the biggest trick that this beast is going to pull off. All right. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See? So that's all that blood that they're going to see. Because many of people are going to reject. I just left the doctor's office and everything was good. Blood pressure was normal. Could be better, but it was actually much better than it had been. You know, cholesterol, everything was down. LDL, all that stuff. All right. Blood work was good. Everything was good. All right. But I had a point to saying that, and I just lost my thought. But nevertheless, one of the ways they're going to control it, now remember, Salakia, one of the ways they're going to be able to control information like that is with the MOB. All right? Watch the movie Mile 22 for the second time, and If you know, and if you, that's a really good movie, and it just shows you how they can track you and know everything about you, all your vitals. Each one of the operatives, they knew their heart rate, their everything about them, oxygen levels, if something was low, if they were stressed, if they were excited, they knew everything, which also meant even when they weren't on the clock, they knew these things. So they know where you are at all times. All right. And it says, and a lot of people are going to deny that because a lot of people are against it and they know it. And like I said, and the other thing mentioned in the doctor, that's, after she was done, she tried to push that on me. Well, you need to take it in. I know you're healthy and you blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. All right. But it says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, and at the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. So in other words, this beast system, all right, one of his greatest tricks and what's going to make it all powerful is getting everyone to be connected to it with a biometric system, which will be able, which will control your buying habits, your purchasing habits, your health, everything, your identity, all your secrets, everything. All right, that's that MOB. Okay, going back to chapter 17 and verse 7. And it reads, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman, and that the beast that carrieth her, and which the seventh, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns. All right. And it says, a matter of fact, let me grab 2 Thessalonians. That mystery, because the mystery of iniquity was revealed. Who would be the people controlling this beast? It was revealed way back then. It's telling you it was already in operation. And now we know that it was indeed the Edomites, the Romans, the red dragon. Because if you're not aware, the Romans were also referred to as the red dragon, their army. Okay? This is 1 Thessalonians 2 and 7. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 5. The point is in 7, though. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to just start at verse 1 and read down to verse 8. And it says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or troubled, neither by their spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Yahushua is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that falling away first was Israel losing their heritage and forgetting who they were. All right? And then remembering themselves when they wake up in this place, fulfilling prophecy. So any group of people who claim that they've been Israel all along and always known who they are, well, that people would completely be against the prophecies and what's written in the Bible, because Israel had to fall away. All right. And you got a lot of pastors and preachers that will try to say that this is talking about people falling away from the church. Well, a lot of people are leaving the church, especially Edomites and heathens, because they're coming to the understanding that this is not for them. And that do as thy will. And then the government itself and its policies are making people who believe in Jesus and the Bible, making them all, they're Christians, false Christianity people, that is, are being ostracized by the very place where Christianity was pushed the strongest from, which was here in America. All right, Christianity was pushed around the world the strongest from here in America, and now that very same government that set itself up is coming against its own false, doctrines and its own theologian schools and Christian colleges and monasteries that it actually helped established here in the West, because the Bible and Christianity is being made fun of by the mainstream media. Is under attack. All right, because they want you to believe in science now, and that's clear. That's why you have all these different genders and all that other, the Pope, the Maxine Waters and all that other stuff. All right, but it says that ye. Oh yeah, I'm in verse 3. That fallen away first, that no man and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And it talks, the son of perdition that's talking about Esau, Edom. They're going into perdition, to destruction. All right, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So they repainted all the images of the Lord in their likeness. And then the Pope sits as the head of the religious system of the Christianity system that they use, which is the Catholic Church, because all Christianity branched from the Catholic Church, one way or another. No matter if you call yourself a Seventh-day Adventist, a Baptist, an Apologist, a Methodist, a Lutheran, they all were offshoots, the bastard children of the Catholic Church. And they did, and these Edomites got dominion over that in the 4th century, and put up, and then or they got Salakia. The Edomites got dominion over that in the 14th century, all right, fully. In the late 14th century, coming into the 15th century, and then they committed iconoclasm and changed all the images to their likeness, and then there we have it. That was the #1 job of Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. All right. Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he whom now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and this shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So they're being consumed by the mouth of the prophets, and then the brightness of Yahushai is going to completely annihilate and destroy them. All right. So, this beast system that they have, they really don't have much longer. All right. Matter of fact, let me read verse 8 in chapter 17. Then I'm going to close it with that. It says, and the beast thou sawest, and is not, shall ascend out of the bottomless pit that came out of Europe. All right. Going back to those 10 horns, those original 7 nations, and, and then the 3 that joined unto them. And it says, and the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, that they may dwell on earth, shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is and yet is. And that was the Roman Empire. It went down. Jacob destroyed it, took it over, and the Roman Empire was wounded and came back into power, and yet is. And now they're about to be removed out of the way. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash, Wa Abba Shalom.